This is Mark Bell from SuperTraining.tv, Super Training Gym, the strongest gym in the West, answering more questions for the Power Project. I got to answer the cliffhanger question from last time before I get started. The cliffhanger question was, what was Mad Dog Mike Bell's, my late brother? What was his what was his footprint that he left behind? What did he? What's his greatest claim to fame in terms of what he did in pro wrestling? He achieved a lot of great things in pro wrestling. He wrestled The Undertaker. He wrestled Bret the Hitman Hart. He was in the ring with literally hundreds of the top wrestlers in the world. But his greatest achievement, his crowning moment, was being John Cena's first instructor when John came to UPW back in like 2002 or something. I'm sure you internet marks out there can clear me right up on that. They probably know the exact date, so I apologize if I don't know the exact date. But anyway, myself, my brother Chris met John first working at a place called Mass Movement, where we moved fitness equipment. The worst job in the history of the world. If you're always wondering why I'm burping and all kinds of shit when I'm doing these, it's because it's always right after I eat, and I pretty much always eat, so you'll just have to deal with it. But anyway, John was working at Mass Movement, and so was my brother Chris, and so did I eventually as well. And I met John and just started to really persuade him into getting into wrestling, as well as my brother Chris was poking at him a lot to go do it. John had a contract with an American Gladiators type thing. I cannot remember even what it was called at the moment, but I remember my brother Chris telling him, do not sign that contract. This is a fad. This thing will fade, but pro wrestling has been around for years and years and years, and it will continue to do so. So you need to stick it out and get yourself a WWE contract. And he did, and the rest is history. I, in no way, nor would my brothers ever, take credit for the things that John Cena has done. We just persuaded him a little bit harder. He may have gotten to pro wrestling without us. I don't know. Just a reminder that things are not always the way they appear. This thing, I hardly ever use it. I just always have it in because I think it looks cool. But whatever. Sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't. On to the questions here. We had a question at Super Training the other day that I thought was a great question, and I thought it was a great question to share with you guys. So I'll share it. The question was, a guy was in the middle of a set. He was in the middle of a working set of speed bench, and he said, you know what, man, my elbows are just, they feel awful. And the guy had a great mindset. He wasn't like, hey, man, you know, I think I'm just going to go home. He said, hey, what are some other options? What else can I do here to continue my workout, continue to have a good workout, but like not deal with so much elbow issues here? I said, well, you know, you got a couple options. You can wrap them. You can use a elbow sleeve. You can wrap them with the wraps from howmuchyoubench.net. The short wraps or the long wraps both work well on that. But some other easy fixes too. If you don't want to buy my stupid wraps from howmuchyoubench.net, you can use a man pond. You can bench off a carpet. A man pond, for those of you out there that don't know, is basically just a hunk of foam that we bench press off of. That foam or carpet or whatever soft item that you want to use, you can take a towel, roll it up a couple times, and tape it up a few times, and kind of have a squishy, rounded, or even a rectangular shape type item to bench press off of. That soft tissue that you're going to bench press off of, that soft piece of towel or carpet that you're going to bench press off of, is going to help the barbell dissipate some of that energy of the eccentric loading on your body, is going to dissipate into the object rather than dissipate into your body so much. So it'll be less ruggedness and less brutality to the tendons and ligaments and joints and so on. So as soon as the guy did that, he noticed right away, hey, you know, that cleared things up for me almost instantly. Another thing you want to do is control the weights on the way down about a 3 to 4 count on the way down. And then if you still want to explode up because it's speed day, then by all means do so. But it's those fast eccentric that can sometimes hurt, and they can sometimes get you. That's if you're hurt. If you're not hurt, you feel good and you can move fast, then move fast. But if things are banged up, if it's sketchy, it's sketchy. If something hurts, it hurts. So pay attention to your body, and just take some precaution. But those are some of the options you have when you have a flared up elbow. If you have flared up knees and things like that, when you're squatting, again, you can wrap it. You can compress it in some way. You could put a knee sleeve on it. You could throw some icy hot type of object on there. You could squat off a high box, or you could simply throw on a little bit of powerlifting gear, some single ply briefs or a suit of some sort. If you're not a fan of geared lifting, but you're raw, it's always nice to have that option, because you throw on a pair of briefs or a squat suit, not only will it help you overload and handle more weight, but it's going to also allow you to lift heavier in a more protected state, add a lot of volume, reps and sets and things like that to your workout. So that pretty much wraps that little segment up. And got another cliffhanger here for you for tonight. This cliffhanger has to do with PRs. This is a question for all of you out there. What is one way to ensure that you will always walk out of the gym with a PR? Let's say you get to the gym and you're having a shitty day and you say, oh my God, I need to get the fuck out of here because I suck today. If you suck that bad, what can you do about it? How do you salvage the day? How do you seize the day? How do you get some carpe diem? How do you still walk away with a PR? What's the only way to do that? That'll resume on the next issue of the Power Project. I am out of here, and that is it from supertraining.tv.